Hi, I'm Monty McKinnon. Thanks for joining me. We did it. We're here. It's finished. The strings are on. It sounds good. And I might just give you a sample of what it sounds like. But first, let's spin that intro and I'll be right back. This is the puppy. We've got the armrest on here, the Brazilian Rosewood on the back and the sides. We've got the sound port up in here. There's our tail wedge with another piece of Brazilian. It's all wrapped in green. We've got a Sitka spruce top on it. We've got a Brazilian bridge here. Our neck is mahogany. We've got a Brazilian up here on the peg head. And on the back, up in here, we've got Martin tuners on here. They're okay. I'm not thrilled with them. But it actually, it doesn't sound too bad. Now, I've got this set a little high. That's so that when a strummer comes along and he wants to hit it, he's got lots of volume to sustain. Listen to how long this lasts. There. I can feel this thing vibrating against my chest as I strum this. It's going to go to a good home. Somebody will really enjoy this. We've done the French polish on the top. We've done the French polish on the sides and the back. It just now has to harden and set up. And so we're all set. Now I need to know, what do I do with it? Somebody has suggested I put it up on eBay and sell it. I suppose I could get enough money to buy some more wood and do another one. Let's talk about another one. I'm going to do another one, and I've decided we're going to do a cutaway. We're either going to do it in maple, which I'm leaning towards, or do another Brazilian. I have enough wood left for another Brazilian, and with the CITES agreement, I can't bring Brazilian rosewood into Canada from either Brazil or from the United States, which is really silliness on the part of the government. I understand they're protecting the forest, but I mean, come on, guys, how much wood are we using here? Anyway, what is happening down in Brazil, they're going into the forest and they're pulling out the stumps and they're cutting up the stumps and trying to save wood out of the stumps to make guitars, and it's called stump wood. But it's hard for me to get. Now maple I can get by the train load, and walnut I can get by the train load because we've got plenty of it here in Canada. So let me talk about the next guitar. There's the Venetian, which is the round cutaway, and then there's the Florentine, which comes to the point, and you've seen that before. I've decided, I think what is easier is the Venetian. The Florentine is far more difficult, bringing the point together and bracing it and doing the binding and everything else on it. So that's the one we're going to do. We'll do that one. And I have some of the jigs for that, but we're going to change up the way we've done this in the past. Here's what I'm thinking. Number one, I want to show you more detail of the jigs that I use, how I made them, and we may do some segments just featuring jigs, making jigs, and things to help. Because as you saw in the last couple of videos, my hands are pretty bad and they're shaking so much that honestly, I just don't know how much longer I can do this. It's affecting the quality of my life for sure, big time. So I will keep trying, but the jigs will help me do a better job and will help me get to the next build and get through it. So we're going to do that. I want to show you more close-up shots, so I may not post 2 and 3 times a week. It may be only once a week, so that I can give you better photography and videography of what we are doing here and how we're doing it, if you're okay with that. And I really would like to hear from you. I need your comments. I'm encouraged by your comments, so please let me know. So I'm thinking of doing that. The other thing is I want to show you the tools that I use. This book, this is the Guitar Making Tradition and Technology Piano, Nailton. I've got a link to it down below, and if you go there, it's linked in the United States and it's linked in Canada. So I want to tell you about this book. Even on this guitar, I've referred to this book. I've built about 20 of them. I've got notes in here, as you can see here, stuck in here. I've actually had this book so well used over the period of time. There's more notes. I've got things written up in here. There's more notes. You can't build a guitar without this book. Now, the beauty of this book is it gives you both the steel string and classical settings, measurements, designs. It shows you everything up close, the bridge, the peg head, the body, the bending. It talks about every aspect. This is how I started building guitars. I got a hold of this book. It's not terribly expensive. It is in Canada. It's about $14,000 in Canada. Just kidding. But it's so dirt cheap in the United States. Seriously, this book I will probably keep forever while I'm building guitars. I cannot do it without this. And the measurements that you get out of this book, the details that you're going to get are very, very important for building the guitar. Now, I also, in addition to things like books and tools, I want to talk to you about what tools you're going to really need in order to make your guitar. So as I'm working on this, I'm going to say to you, this is a must-have tool in order to do this. And when you think about that, I also want to tell you where I got it. I'll give you some idea what I paid for it, and I can give you other alternatives of where you can get it. There are different ways of making guitars. Everybody has their own unique style of making guitars, and I'm probably no different than anybody else. But I want to show you what I've got, give you other ideas of how to go about doing the job. And so now that we're going to start building another guitar, what I would really recommend is A, get the book, B, get some wood. Go to your lumber mill. You might get it on Stumac, you might get it from LMI, you might want to buy a kit. There's wood available on the internet, and we're going to talk about bending wood. We'll use the machine. I've got the bender here. I use that initially. Now, just by comparison, when I used that bender on my very first guitar, bending the sides took me 5 hours to bend those. When I bought the machine, and you'll see me use that again, and I did that, it's bent and done and heated and good, and I'm out of here in less than 5 minutes. So it's how did I make that? How did I make the forms? How did I get all of that? I'm going to show you that, because you can buy those or you can make them. And I've made some. This is an OM model or a triple O. The bodies are exactly the same, and it's great. So there you have it. We are going to carry on. We're going to have some more tea with Monty. I want to feature some shops. I'm also looking at some collaborative work where we're going to meet some other people, get some more people in here to play guitars. I'll get somebody to play this for us, by the way. And I also want to go to the lumber mill, show you how I am actually selecting wood, what woods I'm selecting and why I'm selecting those woods, so that you know, for example, when you take a flat sawn board, that doesn't make the best sounding guitar. But if you can't get a quarter sawn neck and you take a flat piece and you cut it out and you put the 3 pieces on their end together and glue them together, you now have a quarter sawn board. Simple as that. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that. And we'll do patterns and everything else that you need. So we're going to start on the cutaway. Now, I've also got, sitting here is a kit that I purchased on an electric guitar. It's a Les Paul. I want to put that together, and I'd like to give it away. I haven't decided the coloring I want yet on that, because the very first thing I have to do is stain it and color it and get it kind of the way I want it, because the bolting on the neck and everything is not going to be hard. It's virtually done. I just have to design the peg head and then put the electrics in and bolt it up, and boom, boom, we got a guitar. Okay, that's really easy because they've done a lot of the work for us. I was really disappointed when I bought that kit because I wanted to do some of the work, but you may not have all the facilities that I have. So for you, it may be perfect. And I'll tell you where I got it and why I purchased it and everything else. And the reason, by the way, the short version is I want to take a pattern off the guitar kit. So that's what we're going to do. All right, that's it for me today. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for hanging in through all of this. I hope you have been taking advantage of seeing what I've written up in the community section on YouTube. It's been a fun thing to do. I've enjoyed this journey for the most part. Some of it's been stressful, and you'll find that too. But we work through it, because you saw us start with flat boards that we took and bent and shaped, and this is what we've got. So it's not bad. However, what we really need to have here is not just more of that, it's some more English breakfast tea. Because English breakfast tea is what helps us build guitars. And I have a link down below to some Yorkshire tea if you want some Yorkshire tea. I'm featuring Yorkshire tea right now because I really, really like it. It's a rich, full-bodied tea. It's just great. It just nourishes you. So go look for some wood. Get yourself a copy of this book. The links down below will show you where it is in the United States and where it is in Canada, and order it away so you can start reading, and you'll know exactly what we need to do. And they've got some of the tools. The book's a bit dated. Okay, the pictures are a little older, but that's okay. You know, don't worry about the pictures. I'm your picture, and I'm going to show you how to apply that to all of this. So this is it. We're done. We're signing off, and we're starting on something new and exciting. It's going to be fun. So come on along. If you haven't subscribed, for crying out loud, do it. Subscribe and become part of the family, and watch us build the next one, and join us and do it. And hit the bell. The bell is what notifies you of when I put up a new video. So click that, give me a likes up or a thumbs up, I guess, or a like button. I still don't know. 100 and how many videos later? 115 or so, and I'm still trying to figure this out. It's been quite a journey. The software has been a real challenge for somebody this age. Anyway, we got it. We're here, and we're carrying on. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Oh man, I don't understand why some of these young people feel they need to drink so much coffee when they could have a much nicer drink. It doesn't leave that bitter aftertaste in your mouth that makes you think you've been chewing on the wet end of a paintbrush. I'm telling you, tea is the way to go. See ya.